Welcome back. So we got this hot rod in here. My TV cable kit finally showed up. Well, I don't know how long ago I ordered it, but I was talking to Jeff at Greasy's Garage because he's doing a 64 just like this, and he's got the same transmission, and he recommended this Lokar AOD high-tech kickdown kit. So it seems pretty basic, bolting everything up, but there is lots of instructions. And he said follow the instructions to the letter. And
Oh,
also
jeez.
says that, yeah, the letters are hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might be reading and I'll be,
Wrenching?
yeah, at least. Yeah. I started on the carburetor. I got the throttle cable and TV cable bracket on. And this guy, I don't have them tight yet, but... And this is a cut length kit, so you can, you know, make it as short or as long as you want. Yeah. So I guess first things first, I get it in there and we'll start with the shifter side. Because where's that part at? This stuff. This needs to go on the shifter down below on the transmission. So I got to get all that old stuff out of the way that I just put on not that long ago. So yeah, I'll get my jack underneath it, get it on engine stands, and we'll go from there. So the bracket and the cable was super easy to hook up.
Underneath?
Underneath and up top.
Oh.
It's just a matter of pulling couple bolts out, following the instructions. That was super easy. The challenging part is going to be getting the TV pressure correct. So, and it says you need a gauge that reads at least 35 psi, and mine goes 25, then 50.
Right, because it needs to read in 1 psi increments.
Or 5.
Or 5, but not...
I've never seen a oil pressure gauge that read in ones. So, just going to hook these springs up quick.
I think you're jumping ahead.
Well, I need the springs hooked up anyway.
Okay.
Should know me on now. I hardly ever jump.
Till I tell you to. You ask me how high.
Oh. Glenn, I hope you comment on that.
Glenn probably will.
He will.
He likes me.
That's because he doesn't really know you.
That's fair.
I just put it back on the jack stand too. Well, one. I need somebody with smaller fingers to do this for me. I don't know why I'm hooking these up anyway.
Is that not what I just said?
No, I need them. Need them for drag racing. You need dual springs.
Sure you do.
You do. You need 2 springs on your carb. Remember when we were at the drag strip last year maybe, and that Brian guy walked up to me and he's like, "Do you happen to have a extra carb spring in your bag?" I was like, "Ooh, I don't know." And I looked in my bag. Well, they only had 1 and he needed 2. And I had 1 in my bag. That was fruititous. Yeah, so I gotta get a gauge. We'll pick up filming tomorrow after I find a gauge. Hopefully I can find one that, if anything, I'll use a tire pressure gauge. Hook it in and wait till it pops out to 35. Probably not, but yeah. We'll mess around with this tomorrow. And my bracket I made, I can't use it now. I gotta use this one, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
I never did paint it black either.
No, you didn't. Guess now
But I'm
there's no
hoping
need.
I can just use this hole here and run it the way it is through the top, because I don't want to buy a throttle cable for this since I already got one on it. So yeah, we'll return tomorrow, huh? Sounds good. All right. So I did not find the right gauge, but I'm going to use the wrong gauge. Because the line between 25 and 50 is 37.5. So if I just go a skosh under that line, it'll be about 35. Don't listen to me, but it's probably you got probably a little bit of a margin of error because these cars, this engine and transmission, it used to be fuel injected, so I'm sure it'll be fine if it's at 35.5 or 34.8.
Okay, so then it says that you need to put that little tool on the cable.
This little tool. That
Yeah.
little tool's on the cable.
Okay, step 12. Reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable.
Well, I never disconnected it, so
Okay.
I don't see why you would have to. You're not messing with anything electronic.
Okay, we're skipping step 12.
Yeah.
Alright, now you need to start the engine, let it run till it reaches normal operating temp. It says it says you may not perform the pressure adjustment procedure if the transmission fluid is too cold or too hot.
I don't even know if I've ever gotten this thing up to temperature before.
No, it needs to be between 100 and 150 degrees.
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
I guess when I can't touch the radiator hose, it'll be 150. I didn't know this thing will start. It's a Ford for crying out loud.
Maybe you should have unhooked the battery.
It says neutral.
Wait, did you put it in park?
No, it's in neutral.
Oh, okay, that's good. You need it in neutral. It says do not check or set the TV pressure of the transmission in park.
It's at about 30 right now, just idling.
Okay. So we gotta wait till this warms up, so.
Yeah, as soon as the fluid gets warm, it's gonna get thinner, so you'll lose pressure. That's a good sounding engine.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll film again after it's warmed up.
So when you're doing the final adjustment on your TV cable line pressures, you want to get this set with the little tool, and then this is your fine adjustment. You go in or out, whatever direction you need to get yourself right at 35 psi. And that's what I did. It's at 35. They said with it idling, it should be at 0. Run it, hit the throttle, and if your line pressure doesn't come up at all, you got to readjust. Start back over at the beginning. So I'll start it. I'll run the throttle. You can watch
the pressure gauge.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Wait, where'd you put the pressure gauge?
It's on the floor.
Oh.
Is it at 0?
It's at 0. Yep, it's moving. Yep. Yep. But now it's staying at 25.
It might come down. Well, I don't have a... How's that?
Yeah, it didn't move.
It takes a second. Why is it still at 25?
I don't know. It's supposed to drop to 0, yeah.
Got slack in it.
You don't want slack in it.
No, it needs slack in it.
Now it's at 0.
Okay. It's just holding up a little bit.
Yeah. 0 now.
Look at that, I did something right. Anybody tell me where that came from?
Everyone.
Who's everyone?
Yeah, because it does say if there's slack in the TV cable, it can damage your transmission.
There has to be slack in it.
I'm just trying to look at it right
Yeah,
there.
there has to be slack in it because otherwise you got instant pressure. Otherwise they'd tell you to set it without that tool in there. see, you got that. The tool is to hold it, so.
Okay, I'm just telling you what the
Yeah.
words say.
Yeah, well, there's no slack in it, like not a ton. Like I touched this and it's starting to move, so. I did it the way they said. They said have this gauge in there, take a little bit of pressure out of it, so. I'm gonna call it good. And if it pops a transmission, then it gets another one. Gets one of your older AOD that doesn't have any of this TV stuff.
Okay. Why is it TV? I don't get that.
Television. Totally vehiculized.
Whatever. Okay.
Transmission variations.
You don't know. All right.
I don't know. If anybody knows what TV stands for, according to the kickdown cable, which it's a kickdown cable, controls line pressure. I don't know why it's just not called a kickdown cable, but. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know this wasn't an all exciting episode, but I'm out here getting stuff done. It's almost dark. And I put in a 10-hour shift at work today, so.
And this truck is going to the vintage
Follow
races.
drags.
Fallout Drags, vintage drag racing. I'm super excited.
In Eau Claire, Wisconsin at Rock Falls.
And it might be in the burnout contest.
It's going to be in the burnout contest. It might not race, but it's definitely going to be in the burnout contest.
Oh, yeah.
And what did I tell you about it the other day? I said, I will burn this thing down to win it.
You did tell me that.
Yeah.
Even though it's my truck.
I'll still wreck it. I don't care. Engines were made to be rebuilt.
Yep.
So
And tires were made to be shredded.
Yep. Unless you window the block, which I've never had that happen on a Ford before, but I've seen it.
First time for everything.
Yeah. I think this is a stout little engine. I think it'll do just fine. So yeah. Channel of the week, Tanner Rebuilds. Go check him out. I
Good
like
kid.
that kid. 16-year-old kid out here wrenching. He's doing what he can with what he's got. He's learning a lot. Taught himself how to weld. So, and don't worry, Glenn. I didn't forget about you. You'll be next week. He's at 1776 Garage, by the way. And all the other ones. They'll be down below in the description. So, I really appreciate... it's late.
It's been a long day.
I appreciate everyone. Honestly, I do. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Guess what I'm doing tonight?
Your favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. First person that can tell me what I'm doing tonight wins.
Wiring. I win. What do I win?
An entry into the big gym giveaway.
Perfect. That's October 31st, right?
Halloween.
Valentine's. You don't even know what Valentine's Day
I
is.
hate Valentine's Day. I hate to be a Scrooge, but I hate Christmas. What other ones do I hate?
That's it. You like Thanksgiving because it has good food.
Yeah.
You like Halloween because you like scaring people.
And I like the free candy.
And you, well, in Easter you like the free candy.
Especially the free candy that's on the side of a van.
Right. So, I think that's it.
But free puppies are better than free candy.
Well, of course they are.
So I robbed this off another truck I had.
What is it?
Pigtail for the headlight. So my plan is to get it plugged in, and then I gotta ground it to the firewall, or to the core support. Problem is I don't have little tiny chicken arms, and it's kind of a pain to get this plugged in, so.
We could take the grill off there.
No! You know how hard it is to take these off?
No.
Oh, you were here when I put it on.
It looked fairly easy.
No, it's got bolts here and here and here and here and there and there, and
Maybe you should have done the wiring before you put it on there.
I should have, but, you know, I'm a dummy.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, well. Other things are 2022. Work wiser, not harder. Mm-hmm. So then I take my impact with a non-magnetized bit on here, and
That's a very long extension.
Well.
Like that.
I couldn't find my shorter one. And then I gotta fish it into this eye hook.
Dropping it.
No, I want to get the headlights working and the taillights and all that stuff working. I want to start driving this thing to work. But, I leave at like 5:30, so it's dark out, so I need some kind of illumination up front. Do you think they're gonna work?
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Well, that one could be burned out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I've been fiddling with this thing almost all day, tracing wires. You got me some diagrams I could go off of, which were very helpful.
Well, one works.
Just the one?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
One headlight. Kick it.
Oh, good. I'm a dummy. Gotta plug it in to get it to work.
There you go.
Look at that. I got 2 headlights. I'm legal.
Yay. What about taillights?
Well, I haven't made it that far yet.
Oh, so you're not quite... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Well, they went off and then came back on.
Uh-oh. That might not be a good sign.
Right.
That one's smoking inside there.
Uh-oh.
What's going on with that? That's weird.
It looks like there's something running down the... Oh.
Well, that one just died. Yep, an old halogen bulb gave up. Nothing smoking inside, so. Did it do anything?
Well, they went... This one went off.
Both of them are off now?
No, now the other one's on. But there's still stuff running down it. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can see that.
That's high beams.
Yeah, it's like something is...
Well, it's probably the halogen inside there. They're old headlights, so. It's kind of creepy. See if it catches on fire. Oh, there she went. Yeah, that one's done for too. But now I just need the headlights. But we're doing good. We are doing really good. And my switch isn't super hot, so.
Okay.
It's still got marker lights?
Yes, 2 marker lights
Okay.
that are not smoking. Or running weird fluids.
Yeah, we're getting stuff checked off the old list.
So do you just need new bulbs or what?
Yeah, I'll just go find a set out of another truck.
Oh, you can't just replace the bulbs?
No,
On
the
those?
whole thing is.
Oh,
It's,
not like the new style?
and I might have some laying around on the grill, but. So yeah. Definitely getting stuff wrapped up. I've been chasing wires all day and trying to tidy stuff up under this thing. And no, I do not use these cheaters.
Of course not.
Yeah.
That's why they're no longer in the house and are now in the garage.
Well, can you read all what that says?
You know, I made that as big as I could without distorting it.
Yeah.
So
Well.
yeah, it's little.
It is little. And so yeah, should we fire it up one time and do a small garage burnout for the closer? It's been a super busy week. I wish I could make this episode longer, but you know, with the S10 and everything else I had to do with that, and then my trailer lights weren't working, so I've been messing with that.
Because you're going to the hangar throwdown
In
Bemidji.
considered Nary, Minnesota, but it is in Bemidji, so hey, if anybody's around close by, come out. I'm bringing the S10 and my Mustang.
And the Mustang.
So
And that's this Saturday,
Saturday,
the 14th, which is also the
day after my birthday. Yeah. I'll be 32
Something like that.
Yeah.
Plus or minus a decade or so.
A decade and some.
Right. And then you've also been, so this truck is going to the
Throwdown,
vintage thing.
yeah. I don't
Fallout drags.
Fallout drag, yeah. Every time you remember, I remember right after.
Well, that's because I've just said it.
Yeah. So.
Not you remembering, it's you just copying.
Yeah. But no, if you run a truck like this and you need the kickdown cable,
Yes, that's.
I'll put the part numbers on there. It's the Lokar shifter and throttle or carburetor bracket. Super easy to install. So.
And we just hope it works. Maybe you can drive it tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to do a little garage burnout. Haven't done one of them since this winter.
And that'll tell you if that whole thing works.
What whole thing?
The new Lokar stuff.
Well, I'll be able to shift it.
Oh, okay.
This thing runs really good.
Just gotta warm up a little. Ooh.
Cold-blooded. That's reversed. Shift it in a second.
Burnout contest, here we come.
Yeah, it had a little bit of a stumble, but this tank was old. It had some crud in it, and I haven't put a timing light on it, so that could be part of it. But before it goes anywhere, I'll tune it, adjust the carb where it needs to be, unhook the battery. You don't want them. If you're working on a classic, unhook your battery when it's inside the garage. So it's easier, then you don't have to replace your garage. Unless
the
you
truck.
want a bigger one. So. And the truck, yeah. But usually garages are more important than the truck. I do like working outside, but when it's raining, it's not fun to work outside. So yeah, we made the plan, we worked the plan. This is getting closer every single day. This is getting closer for me to be able to drive it to work. And I've had this thing for like 4 years now, and it's finally almost ready. Tomorrow I'll mess with taillights. I gotta get a relay switch on the brake booster or brake master to activate the taillights, which isn't an issue. It's just a little thing with 2 wires coming off. I think it grounds itself out. No, it's power to it. So as soon as you hit it, the power goes, and then it runs to the taillights. And then with the schematics I got, it tells me all the coloring for the blinkers and taillights, and I can figure out all that stuff so it has blinkers also. So we're getting closer. Who is the channel of the week? Oh, did I already do this? That was last episode. No, that was this episode. Then we're going to go with Dented Dreams Garage.
I like it.
Yeah, go check out Mike over there. He, Chevy guy, which I'm not going to hold it against him. But
I
he's
like
got-
Chevy.
So do I. I like them all.
Yeah.
I do not discriminate. He's
Well,
got a
I don't like
beautiful
Kias.
first, yeah, I'm not going to work on a Kia here.
Okay.
First gen Monte Carlo. Big block, 4-speed. He just
Sounds
built
awesome.
did a custom hood for it. He's going to some thingy, I can't remember the name of it, but
He'll probably talk about it on his channel.
yeah, real cool car. And he's got an El Camino, another cool car. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for sticking around this long. So, Glenn, thank you. Yeah, and we'll see you next Thursday. So, adios.
Isn't she beautiful?